Know that you guys can hear me just fine without the mic being all close to me and whatnot. I swear I watched this video already. Welcome, Michelle's daughter. Let me just open up a new tab. Hi, Lockhead Boss Lady. How was your day today? You know, we spoke it into existence. You're going to own your own Burger King one day. You know it. You're going to own your own franchise one day. What does that say? Dimitri Wu, welcome. There are quite a few things that I have to talk about. Yes, Queen. Hey, Lockhead. All right, guys, there are quite a few things. The Unsane 187. Hey, welcome, the Unsane 187. The Unsane 187, did you review Aquaman? Because I know Aquaman is coming out soon. So guys, there are a couple of things that we have to talk about. First and foremost, for anybody who follows me on my Instagram, if you do not follow me on my Instagram, I need this so that we can see. His body, welcome. Pull this up on the web. So I can have this here. So yes, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know that during the summer there was a black woman who was assaulted at a nail salon in Brooklyn. And I was attending the protest almost every day to make sure that buffering. Okay, well, let me know when it's done buffering so I can continue with what I was saying. You're back. Okay, so long story short, this nail salon owner tried to sneak back into the neighborhood. And of course, we weren't, so he shut. But I just shared this with you guys to just give you guys an update on the situation for those of you that follow me on Instagram. If you do not follow me on Instagram, you should follow me on Instagram because I do share a lot of funny videos there that are 60 seconds. I don't really put 60-second videos here on YouTube simply because in time, so I figured out somewhere else to load it. I was really trying to upload the picture here. I know what's going on with my tablet. It's okay. We'll pull it up here instead. Yes, you do, Bianca. Okay, so yeah, you guys know I don't play any games when people try to come into the black community and try to make money off of us and disrespect us. I play no games because I know people will look at me and say, oh, she's so sweet and she's so nice. That's until you disrespect me or one of my people, then believe me, you're going to see how not sweet and how not nice I really am. So let's get back to this whole Cardi B thing. I'm happy that Cardi B showed up to court. I know that she's really been going through a lot of things with this whole media storm that's been around her. But I am happy that she showed up to court. That Summer Bunny girl, the mistress, who said that, oh, I didn't know the marriage was this serious. And it's like, really? And her followers have actually gone up. People need to stop following these kinds of women because why are we supporting the mistress? Why are we supporting the hoe? I think Cardi is going to come out on top. She's going to be fine. She has 5 Grammy nominations, which I feel like is going to turn into a win. Nicki Minaj did not get any Grammy nominations, so somebody check on Nicki Minaj and make sure that, you know, she's okay because something tells me that she won't be. But I just wanted to show you guys something to have a look at this. I really wanted you guys to see this. And Alex is the one. Hold on, let me make sure. No, I can't share this. Oh, goodness. Oh, I'm so upset that this won't. My tablet works any other day except today. All right, fine. Anywho, Cardi B's husband, I think he looks like a praying mantis. I agree with Alexander Rogers. If you guys will go, you'll see the picture I shared on my Instagram. So from now on, we are not calling him Offset. We are calling him Offspray because he really does look like a bug. That is going to be his name from now on. Especially seeing he remix. Welcome. Why is this reloading now? New supporter here, welcome. Can you guys hear me? Because it keeps showing me that it's reconnecting. I don't know why YouTube decides to mess with me when I go live. Offspray for a $2, exactly. That's his name. We're going to call him Offspray from now on. No need to refer to him as Offset. And, you know, their marriages would last just a little bit longer. So I'm happy that Cardi B showed up to court simply because I think it would be unfortunate for her to be going through all of these things and for her to have to be arrested too. I just don't see Cardi B having a very good day in a prison cell, especially considering the fact that you don't know who those strippers are. I think that she honestly might win a Grammy. I don't think, has Nicki Minaj? Nope. She wasn't nominated this year, so yeah, Nicki Minaj isn't exactly having the best year. I feel like Nicki Minaj possibly might be heading towards a nervous breakdown as well. So I wish Cardi B the best. Many people, this is my thing. Let me restate this. Although I am not a fan of Cardi B, I do feel like when you are married, you take vows and you need to honor those vows, okay? So when you don't honor those vows, because a lot of men are saying that, oh, she just wanted to leave him, she just wanted the baby, she got an insurance policy, she didn't want to be with him in the first place. And it's odd for me to see a lot of black men making videos. It's hard for me to defend Cardi B because she does so many things that I don't like, but at the same point, I feel like if she's the one being cheated on and she's the wife, I have to defend her. I have to come out and say something. Like, there were a lot of black male YouTubers who made videos saying that, oh, she only wanted the money from Offset, even though she had more money and, you know, she made her own career. It just seems that at what point does a woman get to take credit for her career without a man saying, I made you, I did this for you? Remember Bow Wow tried to do that with Erica Mena, and I'm not a fan of Erica Mena either. But you did not make Erica Mena, like we knew Erica Mena from Love and Hip Hop. We didn't know her because she was Bow Wow's fiance. Bow Wow actually thinks too highly of himself, if you ask me. Well, Nicki Queen album went platinum. A Grammy is just a title. It is not needed. Yes, but it is one more thing for Cardi B to hold over Nicki's head. Look what I have and look what you don't. And you better believe that in 3, 2, 1, Nicki Minaj is going to make a reference to the fact that of her ex-husband. You better believe it. And then I heard that Nicki Minaj was messing with Queso over there. And it's like, why would you even entertain that little boy? Both are wrong for cheating. Evil shouldn't beget evil. I don't think that she cheated. I think that he cheated, especially considering the fact that Cardi B is in the public eye and everything. I think for her to cheat and nobody has any information about this, you know. Nicki and this bake. So hope so, because I really can't imagine her dating somebody like that. It was kind of like, like, that's what you like? I mean, if that's what you like, but you can do a whole lot better than that. Plus, he's an industry dude and he gets passed around anyways. It's like, is that what you want? I mean, if that's what you want, then I guess. But enough about Cardi B and that whole situation. Let's talk about Kevin Hart. So, I looked at Kevin Hart's tweets again. Here's what I think. The F word. For many years now, comedians have been using the F word in their comedies. Now, I can understand if the LGBT community is offended by it. So I can understand him apologizing for that. But then when I was watching his videos, he said that he had already apologized for it. And personally, to me, somebody has it out for Kevin Hart. From a celebrity's tweets. Do you know how many times Kevin Hart goes on Twitter for you to have to click reload and have to down? Like, what were you doing? Why were you so pressed that you were on this man's Twitter all the way as far back as 8-9 years ago? Really? They apologize for using the F word, but at the same time, people want him to apologize for him saying that he does not want his son to be gay. And if he does not want his son to be gay, that is it that people feel the need to force you to say. Yeah, white comedians do it too. Guys, I just wanted to show you this for a second. This is, I just want you guys, I don't know if you guys can see it. I got this thumbnail from Alexander Rogers. Tell me Offspray is not about to be this man's new nickname. Offspray is definitely his new nickname now. That man looks like a bug. He looks like the enemy from A Bug's Life that came and he's like, where's the food supply and everything? I'm telling you, his new name is Offspray. And you can hear other people using my jokes and everything, but you heard it here first. So let's just continue. Now, personally, if you're not sorry, don't allow people to force you to apologize. Don't allow people to force you to say what they want to hear, because then it's really not a sincere apology. If he doesn't want his son to be gay, he doesn't want his son to be gay. And if he apologized already, he shouldn't apologize again. And he should not be forced to resign. They would have to make a public statement saying that they do not want me to do this gig, but I would not step down. Why should I have to step down from something that I want to do? And really think about it. Are the LGBTQ community, are those Kevin Hart's majority? I don't think that's the majority of his audience. It's like, why does he have to go and change the way he feels to appease a group of people that probably aren't even the majority of his audience? And I can understand him feeling that way, but at the same time, didn't you kiss The Rock in a movie and weren't you wearing a dress? So also for, certain things that you may not want your son to do, you shouldn't be doing it either. I think he panicked. But what was the point? Because he had to step down anyways. Everyone wants to be politically correct. I'm just going to say this right now, okay? I have no problem with gay people. If you want to be gay, that's fine. But you cannot force somebody to apologize if that's not the way they feel. Is that even a sincere apology if you have to force somebody to apologize? Like, what is really the point of that? Because that's unwanted attention. Okay, well, you know what? They would have to force me to step down because, and he said that's his lifelong dream and everything. Like, the LGBTQ community gets offended, demands an apology, he apologizes, yet he can't keep his job? What? But I thought this is what you wanted. Didn't you say that you wanted this apology, so why can't he keep his job? Honestly, if it was me, would not have I don't think he should be using the F word. I will say this. I do not think he should be using the F word. Even use it, I don't think he should be using it. I feel like with the way that things are right now, people get easily offended by things like that. Even though I see people in the gay community use the F word all the time. I don't think he should be using it. But at the same time, if he's not sorry, I don't think he should have to apologize either. Because what purpose does that serve us for you to apologize and then you're not even sorry to begin with? I think it's more the fact that he used the F word as a slur many times because people didn't find him funny. You know, believe it or not, I know plenty of people who do not find Kevin Hart funny. Comment in the chat if you don't think he's funny, because I personally think that he's funny, but other people seem to not agree that he's a funny person. Meant to save face, cash is king. Yes, that word to a lot of people is disrespectful. I understand that it's disrespectful, and that's why I apologize for using the word. But if he doesn't want his son to be gay, he should not have to apologize if he doesn't want his son to be gay. I don't want my son to be gay. That doesn't mean that I'm homophobic. That means that I have observed, okay, the struggles that homosexuals have to endure in this country. And I don't want my child to have to go through that. Doesn't mean that I will hate my son or not love him. Don't think Kevin Hart is funny. I don't think he's funny. Wow, guys. You don't think Kevin Hart is funny? I think he's like the top paid black actor. That's like very, very shocking. He has a different kind of humor because he's made me laugh my butt off. Everyone hit the like button. Yes, thank you so much. We have 45 people watching and yet 16 likes. What is going on here? I personally think he was fired, but they gave him the option to save based on the step down. When you black, you can't say anything. Unfortunately, his past came back to bite him in the butt. I just wish that one of these celebrities would just stand by what they mean. I really wish that they would, because that just makes people think that they can control you due to money. When you show that you're not afraid and you can take your talents elsewhere, I feel like that's when people will really respect you. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. His comedy is juvenile and repetitive. I wonder if he wasn't a black man, would they have pushed the issue? I mean, I wonder that too. It seems that the world hates heterosexual, successful black men. That's exactly what it seems like. It seems the world hates them. That's what it's always about, control through wealth. But Kevin Hart is already wealthy. You know, it's like, I don't know. Everybody's different. Kevin Hart does have an ex-wife to take care of, and a current wife, and his 2 kids from his previous relationship, and he has a new son. Plus, he probably has a bunch of other people. So I can understand that. It's never going to happen. They shut up Cat Williams. How did they shut up Cat Williams? Didn't Cat Williams start doing drugs? I want to feel sorry for Cat Williams, but, you know, isn't he doing drugs? They wouldn't have pushed the issue if he had been white. I feel so sorry for Kevin Hart. I really do, because I feel like this came out of left field. Somebody was out to ruin that man, okay? Cat Williams is probably enjoying this. Somebody said, find out who you cannot criticize, and that is the person who rules over you. A very, very good saying. Cat Williams... Cat Williams also does drugs, so it's kind of hard to take somebody seriously who's not exactly in a sober state. Oh, guys, I'm going to put this below just in case I forget at the end. Okay, and it didn't even paste. Let's try this again. Yep, still didn't paste. Okay. LOL, I don't think he is anymore. Well, first of all, he was with Hazel E, and I'm so sorry to say this, but she's really not an attractive girl. So to be with her, you know, it does make me quite concerned, like, what exactly did you see in her? And then she had been making some colorist comments about black women. Then she came out and made these homophobic comments that were kind of like, was that so? Yeah. But Cat Williams was doing drugs, so it's kind of hard to take you seriously when you're not even yourself. Okay, I think that it's saved here. I was trying to put my PayPal link, but YouTube is just loading, so I think I saved it. If it didn't save, let me know, because currently it says your browser does not currently recognize this video, and this is telling me that it's reconnection. Like, I don't know why when I want to go live, YouTube is messing with me every time. But yeah, I feel sorry also for Cat Williams, because I feel like he had a great opportunity, but at the same time, he pissed that away. He pissed that away because he chose drugs, and he chose to do things that were simply not conducive to his situation. So it's like, how can I really feel that bad for him, you know? Like, you chose this life, you made this bed, you have to lie in it. So, long story short, that was to clarify. Yes, he should apologize for the F word, but he already apologized for the F word, so why is he apologizing again? Who is this person that went back from 2010 to go find his old tweets to bring it up now? Isn't that convenient? They didn't bring it up any other time, but when they heard that he's hosting the Oscars, they want to bring it up now. This whole year, and you want to bring it up now when you hear he's about to do the Oscars? Okay. Also, what else? If he doesn't want his son to be gay, that's his choice. Does not mean he's homophobic. Oh, and most importantly, I had people in my comment section saying that being black and being gay are the same thing. I'm like, what? Being black and being gay are not the same thing. And let me tell you something, for all you black content creators and for every black person out there, the minute you start to compare the black struggle to the gay struggle, you are in very, very great danger, okay? Let me tell you that right now. Because that means that you are looking at our situation like it is something less, all right? Our black men are being killed like dogs in the street by police, okay? Attacked by other white men. There's black on black crime. Being black and being gay are not the same thing. But I had people in my comment section, black men, okay, arguing with me that it's the same thing. Since when are being black and being gay the same thing? Now, I do think that some people are born gay, because I remember when I was little and there was this one boy and I just knew it. I just knew it when I was young, and when he came out and said he was gay, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But I don't think that every single gay person out there is born gay. I believe that there are some people who have made that choice to be gay. It sure is not the same thing. I was trying to get some people in my comment section to understand that, and I don't think that they were understanding that. Even if you're gay, most people can't tell that you're gay. When you step out the house and you're black, everybody can tell that you're black. That's the difference. I mean, plenty of other differences. The years of oppression that we've had to go through and everything, but yeah. And I've seen other content creators saying that it's the same thing. And this is not to say that I don't have anything against the LGBTQ community, but there are just so many things going on in the black community. It would not make sense for me to take on, you know, an extra to-do and also have to worry about what's going on in the LGBTQ community. I'm a heterosexual female. So why would I do that when there are black people who I feel like I could help? Like when that woman was beaten at that nail salon, so I made sure to go outside that nail salon and protest until they closed and, you know, packed up and moved to another area. I help my black people in the black community. This isn't to offend anybody. I try to tread very, very lightly with what I say. How can people say it's the same thing, but at the same time, lighter skin get more privilege? Wait, what does that have to do with anything? Being black and gay is not the same thing. What's the cause and effect for white gays? So, yeah, I just had to put that out there because I noticed that a lot of people are trying to please the gay community. And it's like Kevin Hart really should have asked himself, like, the majority of his fan base are not gay, so it's like, why are you going to turn around and try to please the gay community? People usually mean we are similarly marginalized. We don't have the same struggle. The difference is we don't have a closet to hide in. Exact people will say that race and sexuality are two different things. It has nothing to do with it. Oh, Vanessa, I was confused with what you're saying. So, yeah. It's unfortunate that he should have to lose an opportunity that he has wanted for so long. But at the same time... Whoa, what is this cursing that is underneath here? Now I gotta block this person. Hold on. Wow, I have no moderators in here right now. Okay, Lockhead Boss Lady, I'm about to make you a moderator. I have no moderators in here right now. That is so crazy. Gay people know darn well. Okay, I'm about to make you a moderator too, Black Phoenix, because I noticed that I have no moderators in here right now. Like, at all. Let me make you a moderator too. Because I noticed that there are some people who are trolling me and I'm not really looking too much in the comment section like that. The Oscars in Hollywood are very, very... Ah, okay. Oh, Farrah, you're watching? Okay. Because there's somebody here. Hold on. I'll just put them in timeout myself because I got this. I don't know why people subscribe to me just so that they control me. Like, some people are so bored. Okay, I got it. I blocked the user. Okay, anywho, like I was saying before I was disturbed. Well, I'm LGBT, and I used to like Kevin before he became whitewashed. I've watched his early stand-up shows, and I wasn't offended by the jokes, but I wasn't going to watch the Oscars, no way. Guys, who watches the Oscars, by the way? I want to know, because most people tell me that they don't watch it, that they don't know most of the shows that are being nominated, that they aren't entertained by it. So who is going to watch it just because Kevin Hart is on it? I'm curious to know that. Nobody watches the Oscars. Yeah, I feel like for a long time, Black people wanted that approval of, oh yeah, we got this Oscar, so that means that, you know, we've reached the highest level of success, which of course I can understand. You want to be recognized for your work. But DJ Envy said something so important on The Breakfast Club, and I have to go find that episode. I, personally, for me, okay, I cannot pass on my award. What I can pass on to my children is wealth. So to me, it's like everybody was making this big fuss about it, and it wasn't until as the years went on, I'm just like, guys, like, honestly, it's really not that big of a deal. Let's just do our own award show. We're over here, we're fussing, we're fighting with these people so that we can, you know, be at their award show, and then they don't even want us there to begin with. I can't read that comment because that is my fellow YouTuber. I cannot read that. I have to scroll past that, but I read your comment. One of those awkward moments where you cannot read a comment out loud. It's kind of like, oh yes, we grew up with comedians like Eddie Murphy. Yeah, can you imagine Richard Pryor being a comedian right now? He would not be well received because people are just so busy trying to be PC and everything. Snoop Dogg says something. He's like, he loves all his BET awards and all his Soul Train awards. And he said, F the Grammys. That's what he said. And I agree with him. Like, guys, stop looking to other people to give you approval that your work is good, that your work is great, that your work is excellent, that your work is worthy. Black people, we already know that we are amazing. We already know that we're amazing, so why do we need somebody else from another race to validate us? True, as long as our money is adding up, who cares about the awards? Yeah, I was thinking that, like, honestly, at the end of the day, as long as you can build your wealth and do what you have to do, these awards really aren't even that much of a big deal, if you ask me. Like, yeah, you want them and you want to be acknowledged, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like Kevin Hart just betrayed himself. He did something he did not want to do just so that he can put himself in a good light. And now, Kevin, for the people who did not find you funny, who didn't have respect for you, they respect you even less now because you backpedaled. They respect you even less as a man because you didn't stand by what you mean. Now, I will give Monique that credit. Monique is the only person who basically said, no, I'm not going to play this game, because they wanted Monique to be a kiss. Wait, I can't say that. I can't say that. I cannot curse on my channel. They wanted Monique to kiss butt. And Monique is like, I'm not about to play these games. I am a talented actress. And give me the role based off my talent. And how it is in Hollywood is you have to play the game. And Lee Daniels said this in his interview. He said Monique did not want to play the game. Richard talked about everybody, policemen and all. Monique did not allow them to validate her self-worth. And you know what? I can agree with that. Oh, guys, before I forget, let me put this right here. If you want to donate to the show, that is the link to my PayPal. I do not do Super Chat. So if you want to donate, there's my PayPal right there. The award shows are for... Yeah, you know, one thing that, what is her name? Aunt Viv, she said this on her thing. And other people have said this too, like, guys, why do you need this to validate you? I understand the movie roles are supposed to roll in and everything, but really think about this. Black actors get paid less anyways. So you really think if you win this award that they're going to pay you what you deserve? Monique is an Oscar winner, and she's still not getting paid what she deserves. She's just now getting a show in Las Vegas, okay? And I'm happy for her. I'm glad she got it. But Monique did something that I don't agree with her doing. She came out and she told everybody to boycott Netflix on her behalf. Monique, do you know how many actors, writers, directors, producers, crew members, just so many people who eat off of a Netflix show? If you are a YouTuber and you review any shows off Netflix, you eat off a Netflix show too. So why am I about to boycott Netflix for you? And it's like, Monique, what have you done for the black community where you feel that you can come to us and ask us to boycott a show for you? I want you guys to comment in the comment section. Were you about to boycott Netflix because Monique told you to? I was not about to boycott Netflix. And I feel like she really, really screwed up that thing that I feel like could have put her back on top. I feel like Monique should have just taken the money, invested that money elsewhere, and made it double, triple, quadruple, and make it do what it does. At Monique's point in her career, listen, you know what Monique's problem is? She keeps looking to other people to give her a job. It comes a certain point where you cannot look to other people to give you a job, where you have to employ yourself, where you have to create your own work, where you have to give your own self a job. That is Monique's biggest problem. If Monique was smart, she would have shut up, she would have taken the money, and then she would have done her own thing. But a lot of people, this mindset doesn't make any sense. It's like so many people are working harder just so that they continue to work for somebody else, instead of saying, let me work hard and get this money so that I can work for myself. It reminds me when I used to have my old job. I used to work with children who have disabilities, and there was an opening, so you were going to go from making $10 an hour to $14 an hour, which really isn't a lot of money. But you should have seen how vicious people became at the chance to just make $4 extra. Which after taxes, it's like, are you even going to see those $4 extra? Long story short, it's like, why are people working harder just to continue to work for somebody else instead of them taking that money so that they can start their own? I saw that happen when YouTube had an adpocalypse. Remember the adpocalypse on YouTube? YouTube had an adpocalypse, and then a lot of YouTubers went into panic mode, and they had been riding that YouTube AdSense gravy train for years. For like 10 years, they rode that AdSense gravy train, some of them. Why didn't you take the money you were making from YouTube to open a business somewhere? You should never rely on somebody else to eat. Because the minute you do something that person does not like, goodbye. They're not going to want to deal with you anymore. They're not going to want to cut you any more checks. They might even try to block, you from going anywhere else. Monique should have taken that money and went somewhere else. That's what she should have done. She did need to take the money. She already had a show called Monique Show on Netflix, wanted to buy it for less money. Actually, only know this because my mom has all this here. Tell it, girl. Here's the show, preach. Monique starred in a film that... Oh, I didn't even know that she starred in that film. I agree. Isn't Monique worth millions? It's not like she's broke. I will never understand what exactly it is that Monique is doing. Monique, you can create your own work. There are people who come here on YouTube who have 1/4 of the money, and not even 1/4 of the net worth that Monique has, who are able to do something. Why are so many of these people still begging for a job? Why? You never beg anybody for a job. A real boss creates their own. I'm still listening to Richard Pryor's stuff today. No, I boycotted cable by going to Netflix. Besides YouTube, Hulu, and Netflix is all I have. So Bernie Mac's milk and cookies joke, homophobic with comedians. They should be able to say what they want without being taken seriously. I don't think that people understand that in today's climate. About $100 million. Okay, now you're playing with me. Monique is not worth $100 million. If she had a show in my city, I would go, Monique is still that girl. Monique should have just taken the money and done her own thing. That's all she needed to do. And a lot of you who have YouTube channels and stuff like that, build up so that you could build your own, because we have seen even what happens with YouTube. YouTube had 2 adpocalypses that left people crying, broke, going to Patreon, trying to figure out what they were doing, scrambling and whatnot. Abercrombie, and they were offering a 25-cent raise, and people were turning on each other and talking behind each other's back, and in the end they gave it to one of the few non-black people. You should do what you love and make money at the same time. I'm not saying not to do what you love and to make money. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, let's say that you own a production studio. Timothy's production studios, right? And Timothy, I don't like the money that you're paying me, okay? And I continue to complain. How long ago did the movie Precious come out? Since like 2008, I believe it came out. It's 2010 now. So 10 years goes by. I'm complaining that the work has dried up. She's complaining that she was blackballed. Something came out about her taxes and, like how she was having something with her taxes go on. Why in all this time did you not take that money to start your own business, to start, your own show and something like that? Why do you continue to look to people to validate you, to give you a job, when you already know that at any given time you say something that they don't like, or you say something that, I don't know, a group of people may not like, that they'll just pull it from up under you? Monique should have already started something of her own. She should have established something of her own. Money and Violence, when they did Money and Violence, the first season, they had no budget. They had no money. And now the show had moved to Tidal, And from following the creator of Money and Violence, I saw him take a picture with one of the writers from Power. So I believe that it was supposed to go to Stars, and I don't know what happened with that, because then Power was not on Stars, I think. But you get what I'm saying. Like, there are people who have less, who build up web series and who become successful. Monique, why haven't you done that? It's just frustrating. Next case. Michelle Williams ended her engagement with Chad Johnson. Michelle, okay, let me tread lightly with what I'm about to say. If you date white women and you are a black man, or if you date white men and you are a black woman, I will not feel any sort of way. You can date whoever it is that you want to date. I personally do not date outside of my race, and I will tell you why. I feel like it is too much explaining for me to have to do when it comes to the black culture. And I feel like when it is time for you to fight for me, are you going to fight for me? Or are you going to feel like, because you have to remember, a lot of non-black people, they feel like we complain and bellyache for nothing. They feel like, oh, it's not a color thing, it's not a black thing. And I might feel offended if somebody who's supposed to be my husband, who's supposed to be my soulmate, says something like that to me. So I know I don't want to offend people. If you have a white spouse, I understand that, you can like who you want to like. But me personally, you would not catch me. And you know what's also the problem? She is dating a bottom shelf Brad. What is a bottom shelf Brad? Somebody who has way less money than her. That is a bottom shelf Brad. We didn't know who Chad Johnson was before he got with Michelle. He was not being offered these reality TV shows. He didn't have all these followers on Instagram. He wasn't doing all these interviews before her. Girl, you with a bottom shelf Brad, okay? I believe George Lucas is married to a black woman. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm noticing that now a lot of times, a lot of you guys, a lot of these black women are dating white men who make far less money than them. I mean, far less money. There is somebody, I'm not going to say their name because I feel like they're possibly watching my YouTube channel because I've mentioned their name in the past, who is a famous tennis player, who is a multimillionaire, who is married to a white man who's only worth $5 million. I don't know why is it that some of you are dating these bottom shelf Brads. Okay. There are so many other people that you could be dating. A black guy I know tried to holler at my white homegirl. I posted a pic on IG. She said no, she doesn't date black guys. I loved it and happily told him because he thinks he's too good for black women. Yes, he is. He is a bottom shelf Brad. He posted this picture of him at the airport, and he had on like some expensive designer clothing, and he's like, oh, I love fashion and everything. If you're supposed to be a pastor, pastors are not supposed to be materialistic. So I don't want to see you posting pictures on your Instagram with your designer clothing. What exactly is going on here? I'm tired of seeing pastors who are just, to me, not doing things that pastors should be doing. Like, if you're walking in the faith, walk like you talk, okay? Walk it like you talk it. For real, like, what church? I don't even know what church he is the pastor of. And Chad acted like he was the bee's knees, talking about he didn't want to set a date to get married. You want to know why he didn't want to set a date to get married? Because he was using her. He was not on the Oprah Winfrey Network before he was with Michelle Williams. He was not doing all these interviews because, remember, in order to promote your show, you have to do all these interviews. He was on all these shows. We didn't know who he was before Michelle Williams. He got some money off this, so he definitely came up in life, okay? His Instagram followers went up. To me, he was using her this whole time. And I'm going to make a video about a woman. Her name is TT Branch. I saw Paris Milan made a video about TT Branch. I saw Cynthia G made a video about TT Branch. A lot of these white men, okay, are preying on these black women who tend to have mental health issues because they see it as a come up in life, okay? Because they know that black women tend to act very differently around white men, and they, you know, some of you guys fawn over these white men who, girl, I just don't see it, okay? I just don't see it. I know plenty of people that I went to school with that date white men, and if you do, that's fine, okay? I understand everybody likes what they like. But when I look, okay, just like when I look at black men, I don't even look at white men the same way. Like, there was this white guy in my college who wanted to go on a date with me, and I didn't know any way to tell him I can't go on a date with you because you're white, and I didn't want to sound racist. And, you know, I knew that he would call me racist. There was no way for me to tell him. I had to lie and tell him I was married, y'all. I had to lie and say I was married, and I had like 3 kids. Yes, Vanessa, I can't stand folk who try to treat women and men in their relationship as a project. LOL, bottom shelf Brad. I didn't know he was white. I thought he was mixed. I know his sister's fully white, and he's sloppy look. Okay, so let me tell you something, all right? When I saw Chad Johnson's family, they look like straight hillbilly, redneck looking type of people. Straight country. I'm talking about the deep, deep country. I'm like, Michelle Williams, do you know what you signed up for? Do you understand what kind of family you might possibly be marrying into? Don Riller, you are absolutely right. Now, I did think that Chad was mixed when I saw him, okay? I thought that he was mixed. However, when I learned he was a Trump supporter, strike one, okay? And then when she was talking to him about race, and his response is, did you take your medication today? Okay, that's strike 2, okay? We 2 for 2 now. Michelle Williams, all the red flags were there for you. And let me tell you something. At the end of the day, Michelle Williams is up here, and Chad is the bottom shelf Brad, okay? You're still going to be rich. You're still going to be famous. You're still going to be going to all these TV shows. Once he leaves you, he's not going to be invited to do daytime television and everything because we don't know who he is, okay? Nobody's going to care about him after all of this dies down. So you don't even have to worry because as far as I'm concerned, you're the one who's on top in the relationship anyways. And I'm glad that she came to her senses. I guarantee you, if she did not come to her senses and they got married, he would have requested spousal support. You want to know why? Because this man is a leech. Because he is a parasite. He is a bottom shelf Brad. And a lot of you women need to be able to identify these bottom shelf Brads, okay? They will use you and abuse you. And just because somebody doesn't physically abuse you does not mean verbal abuse doesn't count. When you throw somebody's mental illness back in their face, that lets you know what kind of person that person is. I can't even date a mixed guy and think nothing of it. Well, there are mixed people. Well, there's that discussion of whether or not mixed people are black. But I feel like if she was dating somebody who was mixed, who was a famous mixed guy? Like Chris Humphries. If she was dating a Chris Humphries, I don't feel like that should be a problem. Yet, who a leech, I just came. Oh, Michelle Williams' ex-fiance. He's a bottom shelf Brad. Yes, he did say that. When she was trying to speak to him, he asked if she took her medications today. To me, as a pastor, you're supposed to be more compassionate of her needs. Michelle Williams, to me, needs to be with a man who is understanding of what it's like to be with somebody who has mental health issues. And I just don't see it. Like I said, I don't see it for them. I never saw it for them. Michelle Williams, don't panic. Okay, you are still young enough to catch yourself another man. And since you date outside of your race, you have more options, all right? You're rich, it's going to be okay. Don't block this bottom shelf Brad. Don't accept don't accept his phone calls. Just move on with your life, okay? I hope this time is final. She broke up with him twice after the engagement. If she gets back with him, I'm done. Yes, that's true. You got to be careful, Michelle, because when somebody shows you who they are, you must believe them. Yeah, love who you love. It's okay to do you. Don't get mad at me because I have a different taste. Jay Parrish, I do not like vanilla. I like my men chocolate. Much like myself. You know, I always call myself caramel, and my sister's like, you're not caramel. I was like, but I am. No, but I am. She's like, caramel's a little darker than you. But I am. My sister was making fun of me the other day because I said I was brown skin, and she looked at me like, I was like, yeah, I'm light brown. And she's like, yeah. She's like, Megan Good is brown. I was like, we're both brown. You never seen a light brown person before? But she always makes fun of me about that. I am Caramel Sunshine ZTV, okay? Stop messing with my emotions. Michelle is skinny, beautiful, talented, rich black woman, so she will be fine. She will be just fine. She does not need to be with a bottom shelf Brad. You're a Brookie and Cookie. What? I don't even know what that means. Exactly. I tried to say that to her, but she looked at me like I was crazy. Like, I was like, yeah, girl, I'm caramel. That's my skin tone. Ugh, I was shopping for makeup, and I told somebody to go buy me some makeup, and they got me a makeup that was a mocha. And if you've ever seen a mocha, it's, you know, a darker shade than mine. So I had to look at this person. I had to ask them, at what point do you pay attention to any time I go shopping at the store? Got me a makeup completely not my color. Not paying attention to me. Whatever. But in any event, Michelle, please leave this man. My next video is going to be about TT Branch and her husband. I mean, not her husband, her boyfriend, bottom shelf Brad. Because I feel like I have to make this video to warn black women about these type of men. These type of white men. Especially if you're not mentally stable. Well, it says here I have 28 likes now. So if you're watching this, give this a thumbs up. So Jay Parrish, the likes have definitely gone up. So yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Black women, you need to be careful. Like I said, date who you want to date. But at the same time, if you clearly see that this person is trying to use you, like she had lent him, I think like $480,000. First of all, never lend a man money, okay? You never lend a man money. Ever, ever. No real man will ask you for money. Alright? I think she said she's from Haiti. I am from Haiti, yes. Nou bat konen mwa Haitian tout an video mwen ma pale Creole. You guys didn't know I'm Haitian? TT built that man a whole business. Oh, my goodness. I have to go sign that petition, too, because Paris Milan made a petition. You never give a man money, okay? You have to understand this. Men, they can tell when you're desperate. Men know which kind of women they can get over on. Let me tell you guys a quick story before I end my live. There was a guy who I had a crush on, right? Not my boyfriend. Let me define crush to some of you. A crush means that he's somebody that you like from afar, but he just barely knows who you are. Yeah, kind of like that. So I was speaking to him because he had reached out to me one day. This was years ago, though. And he wanted to hang out. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm like, when are we going to hang out? And he told me that he did not have any money. So somebody had given me tickets to a museum. And then after that, I also had a gift card for somewhere called Panera Bread. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of it. So basically, the whole day, neither one of us would have to spend any money because I had the tickets to the museum. And I had the gift card for Panera Bread. So we went, we hung out. It was cool. We chilled. And he wanted me to like be his girl, and I'm like, I don't even know you. Like, we've talked on the phone and we hung out one time, but and he's like, well, we just had a date. And I was like, well, it's technically not a date. You kidding me? The one time I do stories, what this person want in my life can be what they want. Hello? Allô, bonsoir. Oh, on va parler anglais, non? Ça va, là. Okay, guys, sorry, that was a telemarketer. I had to tell him I didn't speak English, which obviously we know that's a lie. So, anywho, afterwards, he was like, oh, I want you to be my girl. I was like, what do you mean you want me to be your girl? Like, I don't even know you like that. And he's like, we just had a date. We did not just have a date. We went to the museum, okay? And the only reason we went to the museum is because somebody had given me free tickets to go to the museum. And the only reason we had somewhere to go to eat afterwards is because somebody had given me a gift card. Kind of like this, like I have a whole bunch of gift cards. Like people always give me gift cards like for my birthday and for Christmas. Like anybody who knows me knows I have a whole bunch of gift cards to a whole bunch of places. So, long story short, he got down to the nitty-gritty of what he really wanted to ask me. He said that he needed somebody to sign for him to get a phone at AT&T because apparently he could not get his own phone. And he said, oh, if you get the phone for me, I'll pay you back. I was like, first of all, it is unbecoming of you as a man to ask me for money. That's number one. Number two, you need to go somebody else. Why he couldn't get a phone, guys, I really don't know why. But you're not going to come and mess up my good credit because you broke and you can't afford to get a phone. He also asked me to get him an apartment and to help him pay for half. Now, in order to get an apartment, you need to have some decent credit, I guess, and he didn't have any at all. Again, he wanted me to co-sign for the apartment for him. I am not going to co-sign for you. And he wanted me to give him money on top of that. So he never spoke to me again because he saw that he could not pump any sort of money out of me. But I told him, I was like, why would you even come to me asking for money? Like, what would make you think you could ask me for money? So as I'm talking to him, he gets upset and he hangs up the phone. Okay, that's fine. Because I went and I, finished what I had to say on Facebook. And then I blocked him afterwards because I like to get the last word because I'm petty. And I told him, I was like, this is very unbecoming for you as a man to ask anybody for money. You need to go work. You need to get a job, okay? Stop being a bottom feeder and do something with your life. Long story short, he ended up finding this other girl to do it because I'm not going to lie, we know people, we have like mutual people who know us, and they ended up showing me the girlfriend. This new girlfriend got him the phone that he wanted, let him live in her parents' apartment, and long story short, he ended up leaving her for like the next woman, okay? He's like, okay, you the for now girl, okay? You got me the phone I needed so that I could call my hoes, but now I gotta move on and get me a better situation. Stop letting these men use you. No, you cannot buy me money. If a man tries to go Dutch with me on a date, he will never hear from me again, ever. It's like some of these men really don't know how to act. If a man does not know how to treat you like a lady, if he's not chivalrous, if he feels like doing the things that he should be doing as a man is simping, don't even bother with him. As a matter of fact, there was a meme, and I'm going to talk about that meme, and we're all adults here, so I can say this. And the meme said, sex is better when all the bills are paid for. And I know so many women, not personally, but stories I've seen, whether it's on YouTube or, from third-party people who are arguing with men, telling them to get off the couch. These kind of men who only show up around tax season when, they need some money or they need a place to stay or they want to claim the child that they have with you but not helping take care of so that they can get the return money. Like, You have the nerve to not pay bills, but you want to be sweating on top of somebody's daughter. You have the nerve to be broke, but you want to be sweating on top of somebody's daughter. Like, you as a man, you need to go work. I don't know why so many men are allergic to work nowadays. What is going on? Let me tell you, okay? When a man pays the bills and it shows that there is a zero balance, woo! You are a provider, honey. And let me tell you something, okay? I am certainly here for you as your woman, all right? But you don't pay any bills? Nope, nope, nope. Time to button up the blouse. You didn't pay the bills this month, and you trying to touch me? Imagine a man didn't pay the bills, and he still think that he's gonna hit it tonight. Oh, sorry, honey. You know, I didn't have enough. I got my Jordans, but I didn't pay the electric bill. Woo! Woo, guys, my legs would be crossed so tight. Have you guys ever seen a chastity belt? Imagine him coming to bed and like, what is this? Oh, it's a chastity belt. What's going on here? Like, I could barely get my fingers through the bar. It's because you didn't pay the bills this month, okay? And because you didn't pay the bills and you didn't cooperate, I'm not going to cooperate either, okay? Oh, by the way, your dinner, you're going to have to make that too. You didn't pay the bills? You got one job to do when you ain't pay the bills. When I hear some of the situations that some women go through, I'm just like, I cannot. Because I shut that down from day one, okay? But good luck, ladies, because some of you, you have way more patience than me. Woo! Well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming, okay? I'm going to put the link to my PayPal. If you want to donate to the show, I greatly appreciate it. I also have a Cash App. So if you go to like my About Me, you're going to see like a whole bunch of links in my About Me. So, you know, you guys can go and check that out. Somebody sent me something through Cash App for the second time. That's only the second time I ever used Cash App. So I was very, very surprised. And I thank everybody who supports the show, donations, watching, subscribing, and all. You petty like me. Yeah, Vanessa Martinez, like, they don't understand, like, bills not paid, bills paid. You have a balance, you have a zero balance, okay? I cannot cooperate if the bills have not been paid, okay? I just can't get into the mood if I feel like we're about to be homeless and there's about to be an eviction notice on our door, okay? I'm sorry, that's just a no. It's just a no for me, okay? I would have said I hope them Jordans will keep you warm at night. I'm saying, right? Okay, NK, now I know that you are trolling me, but don't worry. I will take care of this right now. Go to channel. And, of course, my computer is frozen. I hope that I'm not really frozen, though, but the computer is frozen. Just as I'm about to end my live broadcast. Thank you so much, Black Phoenix. I appreciate it. Oh, well, you are wise beyond your years. Yeah. Believe me, let those men, there are plenty of women who want to struggle with men. I'm not going to struggle. We're not doing that. LOL, good in them Jordans with the lights cut off. Exactly. I will never understand what exactly is the problem that people have to get these Jordans. Now that's Scorpio petty. Alright, guys. No romance without finance. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Alright, guys. I'm about to end this live. Thank you so much for coming. All of you have a wonderful Saturday.